Hey, what's going on, people? This is for Skyrim. I got a lot of things I want to talk about. Um, it's kind of funny because I don't even know where to start. But I just start with the most basic and most obvious thing that happened recently. If you guys notice, the other day I put up a video, and it was basically a channel update, and it was a Skyrim update, and it talked about some of the things we're going to talk about today. I'm not going into detail, but the point is, I put it up, and within a couple of hours, it got taken down by YouTube because supposedly it had copyrighted material. Now, the thing that gets me about these types of things is I'm not selling no type of Skyrim products. I'm not selling Skyrim soccer balls, Skyrim's toothpaste, nothing like that. So why are they like going getting on my case about this situation? So, anyways, so since they're going to act like that, I'm not going to be posting any videos on official gameplay of Skyrim until the game comes out. When the game comes out, of course, I'm going to be putting up gameplay for you guys. But before it comes out, as you can see right now, I got another solution, which I thought was, pretty cool because I don't really see too much people doing it, which is the slideshow. And this is the slideshow. Hold on, let me stop right here. Pause right here. The slideshow is basically original idea that I came up with that I don't really see too much people doing. It's real simple, real basic. It's not like something that was basically that revolutionized anything on YouTube or anything. But my whole thing is, like I said, nobody's doing this original, and it's something for you guys to look at. Now, if I had gameplay on the screen, you guys may get a little bit too distracted to keep up with me and the gameplay as of right now, especially if I'm trying to give out information like news and stuff like that. So this is the perfect formula because the pictures are just pictures. There's nothing really visual going on except that one still image. So you can really focus on me, Skyrim, which is the picture, and it's gonna be you here watching it. So having that said, I think that's cool, and I would like to continue to do that even in the future when I'm just sitting down. I'm talking about when I'm just sitting down talking to you guys. I may even in the future when the game comes out, I'll take my own screenshots in the game, make them look cool as hell, and then put them in and then just update you guys on whatever. So or just sit down and talk about things that I like or whatever. So you guys could just sit down, listen, and get entertained. So having that said, let me. No, no, I don't. I want to talk about this picture, but let me talk about this other thing first. I do want to state that I've been having a lot of trouble lately with a lot of things. For one, I got a new computer. I have the Alienware Aurora R3. As far as specs and what's in the computer, what's under the hood, I'm gonna put that all on my YouTube page, so you guys can just go over there and check it out. And if you're curious on what exactly is in my computer, but as far as me having that new computer, I'm going to actually have some very good looking gameplay supposedly, because when I record in fraps, my video card is so powerful that it's going to lock it in at 30 frames per second and not really have any frame rate dips unless it's the game itself. But the actual software fraps is not going to slow down the game. If anything, it's going to be the game itself slowing down because something is loading or whatever. So anyways, I want to know, I'm having trouble with video conversion. Okay, video conversion and compressing video. I want to give you guys the best quality video on YouTube, period. Like, I'm talking about as far as like, I want to give you the best possible on YouTube. So I've been toying around with a lot of different things, a lot of different ideas and formulas and different techniques with a fellow YouTuber. His name is now the Drunken Khajiit. He's on my YouTube page. He's under the Dovahkiin bloodline. So go ahead and check that out. But yeah, me and him been toying around with, trying to get the compression and the right format and stuff like that, get all of that to work. so we can give you the best quality videos, because we have the computers to do it. We just can't really we can't really find out that formula. So if you know how to do it, I really appreciate if you can tell me. Also, if you know somebody else that know how to do it, go ahead and let me know about that too. And as far as updating, I think that's about it. If I think of anything else, it'll just come. But what I did want to do is start off on this picture right here. Just talk about a couple of things. This is the newest picture of the collector's edition, and this is basically what you're going to get when you get it. Now, having that said, I pre-ordered the Skyrim collector's edition, and I was thinking about getting it. Like, I was so stuck on getting it, but then I took a few steps back and thought about it, and you know, since it's so the gap is so big in between from now into Skyrim, you know, it actually gave me time to actually think about it instead of just jumping up and getting it. So when I thought about it, I was like, okay, the statue I could do without. I'm not really that, like, that's not me. That's not stuff that I'm into. So the statue is something I probably wouldn't like. The main reason why I'm getting the collector's edition is because of the making of the DVD and the art book right here. And not even the map, because the map, I think when you pre-order it, you get this anyway. So it's those two things. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, maybe, like, I'm paying the extra $90. Maybe $30 each. $30 for the art book and $30 for, no, I'm sorry, no, it's not 30 and 30. It's 45 and 45 for each of them. Okay? And I don't think that's worth it. And then the other side of me saying that it is worth it, because it's a one-time thing. You're gonna have Skyrim for years. You're gonna be playing it for years or whatever. And this is gonna be a classic. This is an instant classic. So I was thinking about that too, and I was like, you know what? I'm stuck. I'm in the air with this. So you guys help me out and let me know what you think I should do. Because, you know, you got other games coming out too. I do play other games. I don't only play Oblivion and Morrowind and stuff like that. You know, I play fighters, racing games, shooters, Gears of War, Uncharted 3 is coming out, Batman Arkham City. You know, I played Arkham. I beat Arkham Asylum. You know, all these other games that's coming out that I can actually use that $90 towards. So that extra $90. So I'm up in the air. I don't know, you guys. Just let me know what you think about it. So let's go ahead and get into the actual thing that what we're seeing on the screen. First thing, and the most obvious thing that I want to talk about, most interesting thing, is this art book and this page that what we see. Now, we see a frost troll, right? I mean, not a frost troll. We see a troll right here. I believe this is the forest troll. Now, way back when I made that video on the art of Skyrim and I analyzed it, I believe there was a picture of this in the background, but it was very small and you couldn't really make it out. So later on, some people, you know, they had another picture of one of the artists. He took a picture of his room and he had all the pictures on the wall, and you got a closer look on it, and it said like forest troll right here. So I believe this is the forest troll. Some things I wanted to point out with him. You know, he has a long beard, a lot of hair, looks pretty scary. If they pull that off in the game, I would love that. I really like that, because he's like the Skyrim equivalent to Bigfoot, you know. And another thing I wanted to point out was also he's carrying a bone as a weapon, you know, as like a club or something. So his mentality, his brain is like a caveman, you know. He's like a walking caveman, and I like that, because he's basically a beast, but he has some intelligence to him also. So I do like that a lot, and I like how they have the trees in the background, like it looks gloomy. You can see the fog. So imagine just creeping at night, and all of a sudden, like, you're just walking and you probably hear a branch or something crack, and then you turn around, you see one of these dudes just run up on you and fucking hit you in the face and shit, making the crazy noise. That shit'll be crazy, man. I love it. So, alright, so moving on to what we see down here. You see the skull, 1, 2, 3 eyes. And then you see a picture of, I believe it's a troll also, because this whole section seems like it's based on trolls. So maybe this was a concept of the troll. Maybe they try to make it more like a man. I believe he's holding a rock. This is a dog on the floor, or some type of beast on the floor. and look like he's about to kill it. Like he got the dog on his back and he's about to finish it off with the rock. So that's pretty interesting. I don't know where they're going to go with that. Then you see another one, a troll. He looks actually more like a man. He has um, the K9 teeth or whatever. I don't know how you guys want to call it, but he has long teeth, But his facial structure doesn't look as beast as this. He looks more like a man. So I like that because it's interesting how they actually going to put this in the game, like this one too. So they'll have three variations of trolls. One that look like a man that's civilized like him, that's more on up on the charts as far as evolution. And then you have this one is beastly, and the other one, the frost troll, is beastly too. So I don't know. We'll find out. But that sounds real interesting and real cool. Now this picture right here, I love the picture because basically I think this in the background is waterfalls in the back, a large waterfall. Do you see this crazy looking tree right here? It's pretty creepy. Then you see the image and the shadow in the background, silhouette of what seems like a man, but you don't know if it's a man or not. So you can go over there and try to approach him and, try to talk to him or whatever, and come to find out it's an actual beast that's about to kill you, basically. So I thought that was pretty cool too, man. I'm hoping that they have that whole setup in the game, because a lot of times you'll see concept art, but a lot of stuff that you see in the concept art, it doesn't really translate to the game. Well, at least the feeling of it. So, but I believe Bethesda is going to pull it off. And I also want to talk about that they put a handle on the top. So whoever's getting a collector's edition, that's how you're going to be carrying it out. You don't have to carry it any other way. Then they have, of course, the statue that we already seen. Like I said, I'm not into that, and the map and the making of and a regular box and stuff. So that's that. So I'm gonna let the slideshow go, and you guys could just look at it or whatever. So one of the main things I wanted to talk about, which I talked about in the other video, was that there are going to be vampires in Skyrim. And I know I'm a little late. I'm actually pretty late on that situation, but it's only because I've been having a lot of stuff going on lately. But I'll talk about that a little later. Back to vampires. In the video that I made, it was called "The Art of Skyrim Analyzed." In that video, I basically saw a picture of that the artist drew of a woman, and she looked like her. She had teeth, like sharp teeth or whatever. She looked like a vampire to me. You could see her teeth, you could see her facial structure, her cheekbones, and all that. It seemed very vampire-esque. Also, with her hair looked like it was hair, but then it was smoke. So the hair was actually smoke, but the form and shape of it, it looked like hair. So that was hot. And that made me believe that there were vampires in the game. Speaking about this, actually, I made another video. It's called Skyrim Forum Talk with this dumber woman right here, and I also talked about she may look like a vampire. So yeah, I made the speculation. I was like, okay, it looks like she's a vampire. That picture that I saw in the other video. I posted a link of that video in the description. And what I want to say is, like, I really hope they don't do the vampires like they did in Oblivion. I really hope that there's meaning of being a vampire. Like, there's a really big advantage of being a vampire, and also it's gonna have its drawbacks. But I wanted to actually feel like powerful and strong at the end of the day. So, having that said, in Oblivion, the vampires was treated like, okay, they had like real basic powers. Now, actually, I think the only power that they had, like magic,